Okay, so as you can see in our fourth chapter, we have created our n here. We've created our n curves, and now we need to add some more attributes because as you can see right here, it just looks very plain, and we need to get the hair looking just like our polygons right here. So let's go ahead and do that. First things first. I want to turn off the grid because right now it looks kind of cluttered and I just want this to be the model alone. Alright, so let's see here. Let's just make sure that everything's okay. Let me just bring up my attribute editor and let me just select it here. Yep, I need to turn off that green selection. I actually want you all to see everything updating as we apply those attributes to our N here. So let me just go up to our show and turn off selection highlighting. There we go. So the hair is still highlighted, but we won't be able to see that green highlight. All right, so let's get started. First things first, I want to work on the clump and hair shade tab. So I'm going to open that up. And let's see, first things first, let's work with clumps per hair. Let me just go into perspective view so you can actually see that. Now, if you notice, it's really spaced out. I mean, there's a lot of patches, not enough hair to be considered as believable hair. So let's just change that number to something like 50. All right, that looks a little better. But you can still see patches within that hair. So, I'm thinking that I may need to raise that a bit. See, yeah, let's raise that a bit to something like 100. Yeah, let's see how that looks. Okay, that is much better. All right, we could work with that. Of course, you can still see a couple of patches, but we'll fix that momentarily as we go through all of the other attributes. I'm going to change our subsegments to 2. All right, anywhere between 2 and 5 is fine when it comes to subsegments. I wouldn't really, in very small cases, I would go higher than that, but for now, no, I think 2 is fine. Next up, what I will work with is our thinning. I'll make our thinning 0.25 because realistically, all of your hairs are not the same length. So we're gonna up our thinning to 0.25. And as for the rest could be fine for now. What we will work on is the clump width scale. I'm going to adjust our ramp here. All right, I just added 3 extra nodes. I'm going to bring the first one down, which actually will adjust the starting point of the hair. And I'm going to just adjust the other one and then these here just so I can get a nice slope. I think I should adjust that one as well. Okay. Looks good so far, I guess. Alright, let me just rotate around, orbit around a little bit just to make sure that everything looks fine. Yeah, that looks much fuller. Alright. Here with scale, I would just bring the last node down so that the starting point of the hair is at 1 and the ending point is at 0. Let's see, those are fine. All right, so collisions. Right now it's set to collide with the object, but what I'm going to do is have it self collide with other hair as well to keep it believable. Max self iterations, I will have it 4. Everything else in that tab is fine for now. All right, so I'm going to close that up. Dynamic properties, let's see here. All right, we will be working with stretch resistance and compression resistance in other chapters, but for now we'll just leave that as is. Shading, all right, so let's change the shading color that we have here on our ponytails. That does not look like what we want it to look like, so let's adjust the color for that. Right, so up here a little bit. Right, so we need to get it looking like that color. All right, so let's do just that. So in shading, we're just going to bring up hair color, and as you can see, we have this little color chart here. So all I'm doing, as you can see, is just adjusting the color to get what we want, and I think that looks fine. All right. Next up, the hair color scale. I'm going to just adjust that a little bit. It's just like an average ramp as well. I will change the color of the starting point here a little dark, and when I do, you can see that update there. That looks good. That can work for me. I might want to bring that back a little bit just so it's not too dark. Yeah, because we just want it at the starting point. All right, good, good. Opacity, we will leave that alone. Translucent, same thing. Specular, I think that's okay. Color randomization, wouldn't really mess with that right now unless we want the hair to look almost rainbow colored. Now, if you're going for that, then by all means, you can edit color randomization, but for now, it's fine. So let me just go right back up. Clump width scale, I might just edit that just a little bit more. So I think I'll just add an extra node somewhere right there and pull that back a little bit. Okay, now if you notice, the ends are not updating the way they should. Reason being is that some of the curves are actually facing the wrong direction. So let me just bring our clump width scale back up now that I'm noticing that. So what I'll do in the next chapter is I'll show you just how to solve that problem. But first things first, let me just adjust the remaining attributes for the hair, and then I will edit the curves in our next chapter. So let's just continue right here. So far, you know what? I will make those subsegments 3, just to be safe. Our hair clump, I'll make it 75. 100 might be a little too much. All right, thinning, I'll raise that up just a tad bit now that I'm looking at this here. To, yeah, 0.4 is fine. Okay, so let's see. Oh, all right, so let me just save this preset because I really don't want to have to do this all over again. Presets are perfect for situations such as this. So I will name that May underscore ginger hair. Yeah, for presets, I'll just name it something different. Yeah, May ginger hair is fine. Yeah. I think I'll name it that. Save attribute preset, and that works just fine for me. All right, so let's work with the center bangs. So all I'm going to do is just go up to preset, come down to May ginger hair, and replace all selected. and it automatically updates and it looks just like the one that we have for the ponytails. All right, I'm just gonna adjust our clump width scale just a tad bit. All right, I'm not gonna really worry too much about the ends because I'll just show you how to fix that later on. So for now, what I'm doing is I'm just adjusting all of these. Increase the thinning here to something like probably around 0.5. All right, so let's adjust that width scale a little bit more. Okay, I think that looks good. All right, so let's do the same thing for the Raven bangs. Maybe I could do something a little different. Probably. All right. Let me just bring up my outliner here. There you are. Okay. Raven bangs. Yeah, oddly enough, it's not highlighting it, but no big deal. I'll just go through our list of tabs here and bring that right up. Oh, the other one. Ah, there we go. Let's see. So let's see. Should I do something different for this? About 75. Yeah, 75 looks okay. But you know what? I'll just add that in right here in my presets. Okay. Let's see. Let me just go right down to hair color and just make that black. All right, I think that looks good for now. Okay, so that looks fine for now. So what we're gonna do in chapter 5 is clean up those little artifacts at the ends of our end here, which are actually happening with our end curves direction. And I'm gonna just neaten up that clump width a little bit. All right, so I will see you in our next chapter.